are just feeding us information, but it's a spiritual war. And so I always tell my nephew or family members and say, you know what? Pick up a book, learn about people like Roy Benavidez, right? Let's talk about Roy Benavidez because he reminds me of a lion. We were talking about it earlier, Rick. A lot of people don't know who Roy Benavidez is. Medal of Honor recipient.
Isn't that crazy?
Mexican American, grew up in Texas.
And there was a movie. There was a movie named after him, wasn't there?
Yeah, no, not really.
Exactly.
But
they copied his life and made a movie, and it was called
Rambo. Exactly. Many don't know about Roy Benavidez, who next month is the anniversary of when Reagan gave him the Medal of Honor. Let me just real quick, in a nutshell, tell you who Roy Benavidez is. Medal of Honor recipient, grew up in Texas, Mexican and Native American, orphaned, joins the military, was only like 5'7", ends up going to special forces in the Army, and I'm a little sad because I wish he would have went Marine Corps, but there's a story behind that. But anyway, he ends up going to Vietnam multiple times. And on one mission in Vietnam, Rick, the man took a knife to a gunfight. And they always say, wait, you don't ever take a knife to a gunfight. But Roy was already a lion. He said, I don't care. I'm going to take whatever I have because I have men that are pinned down and I'm going to go and save them. He ends up getting all these bullet wounds and taking and getting attacked by the enemy to the point where they actually put him in a body bag. And this is so typical Latino. That's why I was laughing because we have a dark sense of humor. When they were zipping him up, Rick, the medic was zipping him up and one of his guys said, hey, you know what? I think he might still be alive. You should go check on him. So the guy's like pulling the body bag, the zipper down, and Roy goes, the biggest loogie ever, and says, I'm still alive. He spits in the medic's face. And I said, that is a typical Latino. That's something my father would do, right? Like, I'm still alive. And I thought, and so his story is so inspiring, but many of us don't know about him, Rick, because these platforms, we don't know them. They don't show, they don't show characters like a Roy Benavidez. They show typical, characters that are mainstream. And so we got to find a way to change that.